Hi everyone, my name is Colin and I'm Arraya's Content and Digital Media Specialist. This spring, Dell EMC unveiled PowerStore, a mid-range storage solution billed as being designed for the data era. Now, naturally that caught the attention of Arraya's data center team, leading to a by-the-numbers blog post on the solution titled Dell EMC PowerStore, 7 Stats That Set It Apart, which you can find on Arraya's website. However, there's a lot more to PowerStore than can be covered in a single blog post. So with me today is the author of that initial post, Ron Longley, Arraya's Data Center Practice Director, as well as Kirk Freeman, Arraya's Data Center Solutions Architect. How's it going, guys?
Going okay. Good morning. Thanks, Colin.
Yeah, good morning. Nice to be here.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, so now obviously PowerStore isn't Dell EMC's first foray into mid-range storage technology. So in your guys' opinion, what makes this one stand out beyond some of the stats and capabilities that were covered in Ron's initial post?
So yeah, I have a unique experience at Arraya, having dealt with, the mid-tier product line primarily for many years now. It's kind of evolved from, the Clarion, the Gen 1 of the VNX, Gen 2 in the VNX, and then a couple different flavors of the Unity family. So here we are again with, the latest mid-tier offering in PowerStore, right? Yes, it's, active controller. Yes, it does block, file, vvols, all your traditional, protocols and workload support. But really, the true differentiator, the one as I see this here, is the AppsOn feature that's included as part of a portion of that family. There's the PowerStore T and the PowerStore X, but AppsOn, the ability to run a hypervisor on the dual active controllers and run virtual machine workloads natively on that is really a true differentiator, and it's really one of the things that I'm excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that AppsOn was co-engineered with VMware, to create an incredibly dense and resilient ecosystem to run that application environment, is really exciting. It's got a lot of different use cases that, I think that we're pretty excited about.
What do you guys see as sort of the ideal workloads to run through AppsOn?
So I would say, really the sky's the limit, right? And we're just getting started in terms of talking about, use cases and solutions that leverage AppsOn. One of the ones that comes to mind is, at the edge data center. And many times at the edge, there's not a lot of infrastructure. There's not a dedicated data center. So for a 2U enclosure with PowerStore, with, the storage you need in the head unit from a performance and capacity point of view, and really 2 controllers dedicated for VM workloads and also traditional workloads at that point. Think about those workloads at the edge that need a place to run. Infrastructure workloads, domain controllers, DNS, DHCP, antivirus, and then you look at applications that could be running at the edge. Streaming applications that need that capacity and performance to ingest data, stream it, do some analysis on it, and provide some feedback locally. And there's also the capability of replicating that back to a core data center, the cloud, for additional copies, additional analysis. So that's kind of one use case that I see is really interesting.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's the most interesting use case for me as well. But it's also could be, you can just have really storage intense applications as well in a primary data center. Also another great use case. With those VMs sitting on the hypervisor that's ultimately the storage controller, that latency, to the storage is incredibly low. So if you have applications that need, that very quick response time, low latency to storage, especially with all, NVMe storage and storage class memory, you have a lot of options for those IO hungry applications as well. And while you can run some applications on the unit itself natively, you can also use it, as just a traditional array, to other applications. So you could have hyper-converged infrastructure for a lot of your applications, and then tie that into the PowerStore as well for some of those more low latency intensive data hungry applications.
All right, cool. Well, so let's talk about existing storage infrastructure. So how will something like AppsOn fit in with what organizations are already using?
It's the fundamental concepts from the mid-range, right? All flash, capacity, inline data reduction, high IOPS, low latency. You have virtual machines running on the controllers that get that because they're sitting right there, but you also have the ability of external virtual hosts or physical hosts to be able to use those protocols and consume storage like they normally do. So yeah, it's really a true hybrid environment if you think about it.
The fact that it's a VMware-based hypervisor really gives a lot of flexibility as far as where you want to place those apps and what makes the most sense, and the flexibility to move them when things change and requirements change.
All right, interesting stuff, guys. So if anyone out there wants to learn more about Dell EMC PowerStore, or if you'd like to connect with Ron and Kirk about another topic, you can do so through the Arraya website. Thank you both for joining me today.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for having us.